During a so-called guided meditation, you just can't meditate because you're listening to me, to the words I'm saying. You're using your senses and you're using your mind to understand, to follow what I'm saying. And as long as you're using your mind, you are in the mind. And how is that going to work for you? Mind is the source of all distraction. Listening to me or any other guided meditation, you can be in a meditative state, but that is not true meditation. So you might ask, what is the difference? What is the difference? Well, I feel good when I go for a walk, when I do something that relaxes me. It's my meditation. I'm in a meditative state. Well, let's think of it this way. I guess it's been a little more than 100 years since oil was discovered. So when humanity entered the industrial age, which was probably 200 years ago, there was no oil, there was no petrol. Everything was powered by steam. And how did they get steam? They used coal. They used coal to heat up. They fired up huge tanks full of water, and they heated the water using the coal. And as the water in those tanks got hotter and hotter, when it reached 100 degrees or more, water boils at 100 degrees, it started producing the steam. And because the tanks were pressured, meaning very tight, no steam could leak out, this pressure, as it built up inside, with this pressure, by constantly heating the water with the increased pressure, they were able to move huge ships like the Titanic. They used it for locomotives that pulled God knows how many wagons. But what if what they were doing, what if the coal only heated the water to 99 degrees? Water boils at 100. At 99, there isn't much steam. So, and at 99 degrees, with all their effort, they would not be able to generate the pressure from the steam. And they would not be able to move anything. The ships would not sail, and the locomotives would not be able to pull any of the trains. That's the difference between being in a meditative state and being in full meditation. Many things can put you in a meditative state. But in a meditative state, you are still connected to your mind. And to be in full meditation, we need to fall into meditation. And we need to fall away from our mind. So as we started talking in the beginning, how can you reach full steam in your meditation as long as you're paying attention to what I'm saying, as long as you're listening to me? Your mind is engaged. We need to go beyond the mind. Actually, the mind is the barrier between you and your meditation, and your true state of meditation. So where is this meditation? How do you reach it? How do you go there? The best place to depict where it is the moment we drift to sleep. It's the moment between when you're conscious and it's like a few seconds you fall into sleep. You're not asleep yet. If someone talks, you can hear them. The train hasn't left the station yet. So it is that state. It could also be said towards the morning hours, when the body has had the deep REM sleep, where there's no dreaming, the deep sleep state, the highest quality sleep, where if someone came in the room and spoke, even loudly, you would not hear them. Your senses are still active, right? But even if you had headphones on, listening to some person talking or some music playing, even with headphones in your ears, so close to your brain, if you drift into deep sleep, if you fall into deep sleep, you can't hear what's being said, or you can't hear the music that's coming from the headphones inside your ear. Isn't that something? That's the deep sleep state, where there's no consciousness. You're totally unconscious. Sorry, I said that wrong. Where there's no conscience. Because there is a difference between being conscious, your conscious mind, and consciousness. And we will talk about this in one of the next videos. It's a huge subject. So as long as we're conscious, we can't be in a meditative state. We can't be in meditation while we're conscious. We need to go beyond the conscious mind. So now that we understand, we talked about where it is. It's the state between, right before our conscious mind drifts, or right before we drift to sleep. That's where we want to be. We want to be in that state. So how do we get there? Well, it's not by listening to me or anybody else. The best way to do it is, one way is to watch a sunset or a sunrise when it's quiet. Because the sun is it's the source of all life, just like water. It is so majestic. And when we look at the sun, rising or setting, it will captivate us. It will blow out everything that's in our mind. If we truly look at it, truly engage it. I mean, don't look at it and talk to your friend or friends. Focus on the sun. And it will be one of the ways that you can fall into meditation. And I guess unintentionally I said a key word. We need to fall into it. Which means we need to let go. And what do we need to let go? We need to let go of the mind. And how do we let go of the mind, of our mind, when all it does is it's gripping us. It's got a grip on us. How can someone be conscious, stay conscious, and let go of their conscience? How can they let go? That was wrong also. How can they let go of being conscious while conscious? It's impossible. So it is not something achievable through the mind, because the mind only knows how to be conscious. The mind can only be conscious. The amazing man who wrote The Power of Now, Eckhart Tolle, he keeps telling you the power of now, be in the now. Everybody's telling you. One of my favorite guys, Ram Dass, wrote the book Be Here Now. How? It's like me telling you, close your eyes. Okay, you close your eyes. Listen to my voice. Okay, let's do the meditative voice. Now I tell you, let go of all your anxiety. Let go of your stressful thoughts, or let go of your thoughts. How can you do that? You'll probably get more of them, because the mind is pure acceleration. And it will usually do the opposite of what I'm telling you. If I tell you, don't think of a monkey, immediately you're going to think of a monkey, not to think of it. So how can you be in the now? How can you be in full meditation? We can be in the now and be conscious at the same time, as long as we are aware. And we will talk about this also down the line, because for the purpose of this video, which is meditation, true meditation, we don't want to deviate. So we know the state, we know the address, one of the addresses. There's others, but this is the one that we do every day, every night, or twice a day when we're falling into sleep, right before and right before we're waking up. when we're in light sleep, probably between 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. before we rise from sleep. And how are we going to get there? We can watch the sunset or the sunrise, focusing on that. We can give our focus, if we're by the beach, to the sound of the waves. If there's a breeze, we can listen to the wind. We can feel the air as we inhale and exhale. So we can also listen to our breath. That one belongs to us. We can do it anywhere. We can listen to the wind, making the leaves, the branches move. Anything from nature. The birds chirping. All these things in nature are ways, once we focus on them, they can help us fall into the state of meditation. They can help us let go. So, if you like it, use those guided meditations. They'll help you relax. They can also help you fall asleep. But there's a better way. We shouldn't just pass out to sleep. We should be conscious. We should be alert. A better choice to go to sleep would be to go for a 10-minute walk where it's quiet, and then come back and then go to bed. That will be a better sleep than passing out. Be aware that you're going to fall asleep. That one, to be conscious of it, is a good thing. Next week, or on the follow-up of this meditation video, I will try to point to what happens in true meditation, in a true state of meditation. What happens and why is it good for us, and what are the benefits? If we are seeking a guide to meditate, it's not listening to a guided meditation. Maybe listening to the birds, or the waves, the sea, a waterfall, and looking at the sun, or the moon, or the sky. Try that. Try it for yourself, and you decide which one benefits you more, which one works for you.